If you're ever looking for an example of how the Democrats got it right, look no further than the Virginia Senate Democrats. Earlier this year, the Virginia Democrats were trying to pass a bill that would protect contraception, right? The Right to Contraception Act. It's pretty basic. It would have protected Virginians' access to contraception. It was obviously a pro-choice bill, and Governor Glenn Youngkin, a Republican, had vetoed it once before. Because Virginia governors can only run one consecutive term at a time, that means they can serve the 4 years and then they got to step down for a while. His lieutenant governor, Winsome Earl Sears, was stepping up to run for his seat. Also a Republican. Also unrelated, but sounds like a tobacco and firearms conglomerate, had a baby with an old law firm. So Democrats did this thing. Democrats want to protect Virginians' right to access birth control, so they know they need to pass this right to contraception bill. They also know Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears is running to be governor, and she's even more conservative than Governor Glenn Youngkin. Democrats know she doesn't support this bill, so they're like, how can we get her on record not supporting this bill? They see a Republican has abstained, a Democrat's voted no, there's going to be a tie. So now they need to call upon Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears to break the tie, which would put her vote on record so that everybody could see that not only was she pro-life, but she didn't respect or support the right for Virginians to have access to contraception. Unlike her opponent, the Democratic nominee for governor, Abigail Spanberger, who has been very clear on her record of reproductive health care, including supporting Virginians' right to access contraception. So the Democrats force her into this position where, as the lieutenant governor, she has to step in and be the tie-breaking vote, and she has to vote against this bill. She's pro-life and doesn't believe contraception is a part of that. You might be asking, what about that Democrat that voted no? They called their vote back and voted yes. So the bill eventually passed, and it went to Glenn Youngkin, who, of course, vetoed it. But the damage is done. The political carnage is clear. Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears, who's running to become the next governor, has made it abundantly clear that she does not support reproductive health care rights for women in the state of Virginia. She doesn't support the access to contraception for women in the state of Virginia. And now, as these two continue their campaigns in a quest to become the next governor of Virginia, which we'll find out in November of this year, now we have a very clear understanding of who supports reproductive health care rights in the state of Virginia, and that was a smart move by the Democrats. Honestly, if Winsome Earl Sears is unwilling to guarantee people's rights to access birth control, I don't know how Republicans managed to find someone that's even more conservative than Glenn Youngkin, but they did it. And good job on the Democrats for clocking it. If you're ever looking for an example of how the Democrats got it right, look no further than the Virginia Senate Democrats. Earlier this year, the Virginia Democrats were trying to pass a bill that would protect contraception, right? The Right to Contraception Act. It's pretty basic. It would have